Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got Keith,
What's up?
and we got Adam.
Yo,
And we had James, but he's having mic issues. He keeps coming in and out, so maybe he'll join us later. We'll see what
who
happens.
you talking about?
Oh, there he is. And we got James. So make sure on your way in to hit that subscribe or follow, depending on your platform. Make sure to check out the Clips channel over there on YouTube, Fit the Description Podcast. Also, like I said, I got to update it, but we do have an Instagram, opinion_Pete_network. So you can go check that out. And lastly, like I said before, I'll say it again, we do have a Patreon if you want to support. We don't really do anything on it right now until we get a bigger audience, but until then, again, it's there. If you want support, that's fine, but just don't expect to see much on there until we grow this channel. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, what's up, everybody? Um, Adam, we ain't heard from you, man. How you been?
I've been good here and there. Sometimes better, sometimes, just taking it day by day.
Yeah.
But all together, I've been okay.
All right, yeah, because it has been a while since you've been on here. Any updates before we get started with the first topic?
Um, let's see. I still only have 4 kids.
You sure you ain't working for a fifth one?
Not yet, as far as I know. Not yet, but just the same amount. Um, um, I am getting to the point of where I'm starting to get more clients now and doing the counseling thing.
Oh, that's good.
It's good, positive, and I'm trying to be there when do more things for our community.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's a good feeling knowing that some people are reaching out to me because they want to stay within the community and they believe that or they know that certain issues would be understood by people who are in the community versus someone who although it's in the same field might not be able to understand or they're about 60 years old, the opposite of our flesh.
So my first question to y'all is, I don't know if you heard, but they said Chick-fil-A is now required it's now requiring minors to have an adult chaperone. And I guess from what they're saying, I guess it's because that the kids, I guess, have been running kind of wild lately. And I guess I want to ask you guys, the ones with the parents, if you notice that. All I could say is from my perspective, and I'll just go ahead and start real quick, that is kind of weird and doesn't make any sense to me because I know when we were growing up, we always went to different restaurants. Now, mind you, with what this article is saying, because I thought this was kind of going across the country, this one says it's only at one place, which is in Dayton, Ohio. So that was a little off. But I guess my question is the number one is how do you feel about kids being chaperoned? And as since you guys are parents, the ones who are parents, have you noticed if at least kids that you're around are kind of more out of control today than they were at least maybe back when we were kids? So that's the two questions. You know what? Since Adam talked, I'll go ahead and let you start, Keith.
First of all, I don't even eat at Chick-fil-A baby food. I'm a grown ass man. Second of all, I don't see kids at Chick-fil-A because I don't eat there. So I really don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, if you're just talking about kids running amok in general, then like it's gonna happen. It ain't do. Like we didn't have phones and we used to play at parks and hang out with friends. Kids don't do that. Everything's online now. So they gon' run them up. I've seen videos of kids with people, harassing people, robbing people, all kind of shit. It's gonna happen. It's just how this world is right now.
have you noticed it on your end? Like have you seen anything like that where you're at, or even dealing with your
Yeah.
kids going to school and stuff?
Oh no, my kids fucking know better. No, it's kids
No, no, no.
always
I'm
doing
not saying your
dumb
kids. I'm just
shit.
saying, have you noticed it with kids in general?
Oh yeah, it's kids always doing dumb shit around
Mm.
here.
Yeah.
Kids are always running the streets. Like Adam lives in Vegas. How many times did you hear a kid getting hit by a car on an e-bike or at the crosswalk at 2 in the morning? It's just stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's stupid shit. They deserve their fate. They deserve, they deserve their fate.
Yeah.
And parents deserve to go to jail, and they deserve their fate.
Mm.
That's stupid. That's stupid. I'll be damned if my kid is out at 2 in the morning on an e-bike. That is dumb as shit. Dumb as shit. I don't feel bad. Unless idiot in the world that I got to deal with. I'll put it like that.
Yeah. All right, Adam.
I agree with Keith. All in general, I think that first of all, what are you doing outside the way? First and foremost. Second, what's your parents? Third, why?
Hold on, wait, Adam, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking
Oh
up. Can
yeah,
you
yeah.
repeat
Give
that?
me one moment. I'm getting back in the car right now.
Okay.
But I was basically saying that, you know, why are you out so late? Where are your parents at? And why don't you get your um it's crazy that you have children out this late, especially when they come from a household with parents. Now, if it's a child and their parents aren't there, their parents don't care, in general, because you're going to have things like that, just like you have parents that are on top of their kids, then it's a little bit more understandable because you don't have no one that's on your that no one's there to show you, to help you, to guide you, or basically to hold you accountable or to be held accountable for you. So you're gonna have people like that. You're gonna have people like that are just believing that this is basically it, like they're invincible, and kids like like we felt when we was younger, but our parents told us, made us, and whooped our and we knew that I'm not gonna do no stupid shit like this. Or if we did, it was only like a couple times. It's a couple times that we've done some stupid shit in our life when we was kids that we may have got away. And for the rest of that time, or majority of the time, or that one time we got caught, we didn't do it again. But then even then, it wasn't stupid. It wasn't like that stupid. It's just like, you did some dumb. You're a kid. You learn, but this is your lesson. This is your punishment. Not stupid like that. There was a kid. This one is slightly different because it wasn't late at night. They were coming from school, but they got hit right at the school that my daughter goes to,
Mm.
and they was using the crosswalk. Um, they were on a little electric scooter, and the parent wasn't paying attention. And hit the kid. She flew. We still don't know what's going on with her. We just know that this happened on a Thursday last week, and we're now waiting to hear from the schools if they reported how the girl is doing and if she, is alive or passed away. We'll hear about it eventually if she does pass away. But, you
Mm.
know, hey, I know it's kind of outside of the scope, but it's still, it happens. It happens like that. But as far as it goes with the thing with Chick-fil-A, I did not know about that. I just like Keith, I don't go to Chick-fil-A. It's very rare for me to go to it. Very rare, especially since I just don't with them no more since I found out about the whole oil thing. I don't really let my kids go there.
What
They
oil thing?
don't. It was a statement talking about how they use certain type of oils or the oils that they use weren't the oils that they said they use. It was something. It was a while ago, so I vaguely remember it, but I know it had to do with some oils and something else about the food that they made. So it wasn't in like visual news, but it was on like paper, internet type thing. It was a whole statement going on about that. So I just don't. I fell off of them. I don't go near them. I work by one by my job, but I don't. If I got to get something to eat, I'll go to Albertsons. I'll get me a piece of baked chicken, and a bagel or a sweet if I want to, but that's primarily about it.
Hmm.
Other than that, I don't really eat out as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I like to save my money, like Dave Chappelle. I'm holding my money around on my head until my wife and my kids come by and start asking, I want, can we go? And then I'm like, okay, here's some money.
Yeah. So pretty much listening to you guys. I mean, so listen to you guys. You don't feel like you don't feel like it's any worse than we were kids. Like kids are gonna mess up. It's the same trouble that we grew up with. It's just a different time. That's kind of how you see it, right?
I kind of feel
No,
like
it is
that, but
worse.
I
It
feel
is
like it's
worse
How?
worse.
Wait,
than
wait,
we
wait.
were kids.
Go, wait a minute. Let me let Keith go
Oh
first,
no.
and then I'll let Adam go. So go ahead, Keith.
No, no. Our statements are clearly saying it is worse. Like we knew consequences. It's like if we went to like the gas station and asked them for a cup, it's like and we tried to sneak soda. And it's like we weren't just saying, fuck you, bitch, hand me a cup and going to get soda, breaking shit. Like there's no consequences. Like we were
Oh,
afraid, even if there wasn't going to be a consequence, we were afraid of the consequence. It's like that's the shit I'm saying. It's like these kids don't care because yeah, you can't spank them at home because God forbid child services. You can try, but God forbid if the teacher see any type of mark that wasn't there before, she has every right to call children's services and open up a case. Like it's and so you can go home and say, oh, a parent can't discipline. No, you either have to start that fear at an early age. I'm talking about fresh out the womb, but you can't establish fear at 10, 13, 16 years old. That's a waste of time.
yeah.
That's just a waste of time. It's like our parents had fear when we were born. There's a difference because we always had that fear. Even to this day, we statistic against ourselves because of that fear. Kids don't have that nowadays because of technology. There's no such thing as fear. We didn't have anything telling us otherwise. We couldn't see how other kids lived. That's the biggest issue in today's world in relationships, kids, all this shit. You get to see how other people live. So you can always say, oh, well, that kid is doing that. It's not just on TV. If we saw a TV show of a kid acting stupid like Richie Rich, that's a TV show. That's not real. Now you get to feel real reality. How many times do we see babies like a person records their son cussing or smacking a mom in the face and nothing happens?
True.
Imagine you at 1 year old smacking your mother in the face.
Uh,
Imagine,
yeah. I probably wouldn't be here.
imagine a world where that would have been a thing, and she just say, "Oh no, you shouldn't be doing that." No, you would be severe, probably not dead because that's exaggerated, but the brink of death. You would be on the brink of death, and she would take you to the hospital. They would bandage you up, and you would do it all over again. like there's no such thing as a world where I got a video on my phone of these people letting this baby hit a blunt.
What?
Like, is the baby got to be 2 or 3? I saved it for that reason because I was like, bro, ain't nobody gonna believe this shit. It's literally they got this baby hitting a blunt, bro, and I just every time I show that to people, they are fucking amazed. I'm like, this is why I don't get on Facebook like that. This is why I don't get on Instagram. This shit is on the internet.
Keith,
And
were
this shit
those
is
parents
disgusting.
doing that, or was that
Huh?
like other kids? Was that parents doing
You
that, or
said
other
what?
kids?
These were adults. These were adults letting this baby hit a blunt repeatedly. Like, man, I'm a send it to you. Like, I'm like it's not on Instagram or Facebook because I actually saved the video. Like, I'm gonna send that shit to y'all in the group chat, or I'll send it to G and he can send it to everybody.
Yeah.
But dude, that shit is wild because like you know how they take shit down. So like I say shit like that. But it's just shit like that, bro. Like it's just a different world we live in. Adults, teenagers, kids, it don't fucking matter, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about consequences. Don't nobody give a fuck about consequences. And I feel like our generation was the last generation that gave a fuck about consequences. These teenagers don't give a fuck about consequences. These 20-year-olds don't give a fuck about consequences. They don't care. They don't care about their image or consequences. How many times do we still give a shit about our image? It's like it's installed to us to have our pants washed and ironed and look nice and presentable, even if we're going to the bare minimum, like nicely shaven, haircut, everything has to match. Still to this day, everything has to match for me because it's like that's how I was taught. Kids don't give a fuck now. They just come out the house looking like shit. And I'm just like, bro, this is wild to me that, like I said, it was ingrained to us, like, to basically have self-respect. Kids don't have self-respect because of what they see. I would say at least 85 kids around us, 85% of kids around us thought the same way. And then the other, whatever, 25% or 15%, I'm sorry, fucking were the oddballs. Where they'd be like, we ain't fucking with him because he ain't got no respect or, you know, that kid is a weirdo or whatever the case now. Now it's the other way around. 85% of, shit, I can't even say 85. That's being generous. 90% of kids just don't give a fuck. Like you said, my son is the exact opposite. He's like me. He likes to get dressed. He could be going to go help somebody move, and this nigga is matching his best outfit, and like he's always been like that. But I'm glad he has that in him. I'm glad because that's gonna take you a long way. If you are presentable, even when you're going to the worst place, that means when it comes down time to the best place, and it's like it's not me. He buys his own clothes. Every time you see him in a picture that I take, half of that shit is his choice. That's not me dressing him, but the kids got style. The kids got pizzazz. And like I'm saying, like that's what we had. It's like people look at you a certain way. It's like you are an extension of me, and as I am of you. So have some goddamn respect. But the only difference is we used to get our ass beat. If you rubbed your hand on your shirt at church, you don't fuck up your best church outfit. This is your only church outfit. Don't you rub your nose on your shirt, like you'll get your ass beat in church. And people will sit there and watch you get your ass. Shit, might join in. Like I said, there's no consequences in this world.
Man,
that's the community.
Community
goes a long way.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I agree with that.
I only got one question to you, Keith. How many grandchildren are you expecting to have?
Man, like I said, I fuck grandkids. That shit's overrated. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, I've been saying that ever since I had kids. I will never love a grandkid like I did my kid because it's only a quarter of me. So I'm not gonna love something that's a quarter of me. That just don't make no sense.
For sure.
No, I agree with Keith. I agree with Keith. Everything Keith says, I agree with. You know, that's point blank. Period. Like, I don't even know what else to add to that outside of no. I really don't know what else to add to it. You know, it is a different time, but shit, I kind of forgot what the whole conversation was because I just agree with Keith.
Yeah. Basically, I was just asking. Basically, I just brought up the point: Are kids? Is it worse than when we were kids? Was basically
yes. Oh yeah. Yes, it is. It is worse when we were kids. I still believe that. You know, as kids, they're still going to go through the whole growing up phase and everything of learning or trying to find their way. You know, just in general, same thing that we did. But it is worse. It's worse, whether it's because of media, social media, just things in general that that kids are able to get their hands on, let alone the people that are able to give the kids or willing to give kids. The whole vaping, the e-cigs, the e-weed and everything. It's just easier to get it. It's easier. And it's all these different flavors when they come in this specific category, even though it's for adults. Yeah, we want something that's either strong or something light, something that's kind of smooth, but it's also garnered towards kids as well. I mean, like, do you remember the cigarettes when we was growing up, the cigarette commercials? I don't
Yeah.
really see cigarette commercials anymore, but the cigarette commercials, they look like, it was cool shit. It was cool to
Mm-hmm.
smoke, but it was more like that was the only way to get across to us. Now, when you're on YouTube, when you're just on social media, you see all these new flavors, these new things, these like commercials that are more animated. That's like, yeah, we grew up with cartoons a little bit more than our parents did, but it's still like in a way garnered towards the younger generation to get them to try to get them to hook without while companies have plausible deniability, with one way. But still, if something's garnered towards kids, then you're going to have people that are going to get it for kids as long as they do whatever they want them to do, or whatever it is. Just as much as it is uh, worse for children, you know, also some parents and some adults, they also make it available or make it worse for them as well. Like, you got to be able to be exactly what you are, a adult. If you see something wrong, then you're going to say something, or do something, especially when it's a child. uh, you're not just going to let it go. But at the same time, in this day and age, it's also a whole thing about minding business, not getting involved, because then that's a situation where you never know what could come of it. People do crazy shit. Children do crazy shit. Like, kids do crazy shit. Adults do crazy shit. So it's just like you really never know. But it is worse in general, and I feel like it is going to get worse more until it actually starts to get better in some way, shape, or form. But it's going to get worse. It will. I kind of feel like how our parents felt when they, if you had a parent that was watch media or the news, this or like that's crazy. Like, I catch myself doing that now too, and I don't even be in the media or really reading into what's going on in the world a lot at this point. But occasionally I might catch something, and I'm like, why, why would they do this? And I'm trying to think on the perspective of me, of course, but also from the opposite, someone who would best benefit from this, or who would why? It's just really why. Try and think why this would be good for them. And I can see some benefits, but at the same time I can't. It's just, and I know I jumped off a bit
Yeah.
on terrain.
Yeah. All right. James, are you there? James? All right. Well, forget it. I'll try to give him a chance. So, yeah, like I said, so yeah, I mean that's kind of my question. It actually kind of ties into my next one, but yeah, I don't really have a response for this topic. That's why I left it to y'all as parents because I'm not around kids like that. I'm only going by social media. Social media, basically, what it says is that kids definitely have gotten worse, and the discipline isn't there like it used to be. But again, I don't have personal experience in that field like you guys do, so I wanted to make sure to get your opinion. But it kind of goes
Wait,
into.
wait, wait.
Go ahead.
Gee, I didn't. Yeah, the discipline is not there because just like Keith was saying, like, you give, and it's not wrong to give children rights, or make sure they're safe, because of course that's what we want. But when you take away like punishment, like, there's a lot of different types of punishments you can do. Yes, there are. Yes, there is. But specifically, what's one type of punishment that we all know is going to stick with you? It's a physical punishment. It's something that's going to last. Don't do this. I tell you so many times. You want to keep doing this? All right, now I'm gonna whoop your ass. Now you're gonna listen. Now you're gonna remember that pain, and you're not gonna do it, or you're less likely to do that same type of, well, whatever it is that you did when we told you not to do in the first place, because now you know. You know, it's not like, oh, you didn't know, so I'm gonna whoop your ass. No, you know better because I brought you up. I told you, I taught you, and I'm telling you what to do and what not to do. But I can't be there to look at you at all times. So if you think that you want to do something when I told you not to do it, that you can get away with it, okay, that's fine. You did it. I found out. Now this is your punishment. Now, I'm a big fan of not only physical punishment, but also exercise punishment. I like that too.
Yeah. Yep, I had that. I definitely had
So,
that.
and
That
you know
kind of stuff.
what? I like to double dip sometimes. So, I mean, pretty
I
much
had
all the
that too.
times. So, why not? So, if you're going to do this, all right, that's fine. That's fine. And I'm very calm with it. There's several times where I do get angry and I start yelling and raising my voice more than occasion. But specifically speaking, it's just really calm. Like, you're going to get your ass for that. Or, in the case of, I'll use an example of last night. My kids go to bed at around 8:30, 9 o'clock,
Hmm.
preferably 8:45, right in the middle, like they're already in bed. So they're supposed to have all their chores that they got to get done. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. Time management. I'm telling you what you have to do. You got homework, whatever it is. You know what? I'm even nice enough to say, okay, you want to do a little bit later? That's fine, as long as you get it done, right? Because I'm not going to sit there and watch them all night, all the damn time. So this is what it is. You don't get it done, and then you want to use the excuse of, oh, well, you told us it would have been at 8:45. You know what you need to do. You had all this time to do it. You didn't want to do it. All right, bad. Your mom's going to whip your ass. Now, I know you don't want to ask, but I'm very calm about it when I do it. You know, of course, you hear that swish of the belt when it comes to down, that level of the hair, but still, you don't want your mom to be yelling at you. That's just extra. You get yelled at and you get an ass. That's worse. So I told my daughter something very simple. She got up in the middle of the night when I was in there making the sandwich when I came back in. I said, I see.
Yeah, I know you're breaking up a little bit, Adam.
I said, yeah, but where were you man, like the hour and a half between when I left and between when me and your mom got back? It was you still had time to do the dishes. You didn't do them. Brother's watching TV, and the littlest brother, as long as he's not trying to get outside that door, then you're fine. He's sitting down watching TV as well. So you really don't have an excuse. He was watching TV or you just didn't want to do it. So she didn't say anything. She gave me this dumbass look on her face. I said, okay, well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to whip your ass. You're already in trouble. Well, I'm not going to have me, but it's like, wait, that's not going to use me yelling because that's everybody else in the house. So I'll tell you what, your mama's going to get up in the morning. She's going to see that you didn't do those dishes. She's going to wake your ass up. She's going to yell at you, bring you in here to do those dishes, and then whoop your ass before you go to sleep. And I left it at that. She gave me this, like, the shoulder shrug, like, all right, I'm just telling you what's going to happen, right? I'm still calm. I went to the gym. I felt good. I didn't feel like yelling at my daughter. Left it at that, right? I'm eating my sandwich. She comes back outside 2 times. And on the second time, she starts doing the dishes. And I'm like, no, it's too late. It's too late. You're already in the ass whooping. If you keep doing those dishes, it's going to wake everybody up in the house. Then your mom's going to get mad that you woke your little brother up. And then you're going to get an ass whooping on top of the fact that you're going to get an ass whooping. You did the dishes. And as she started panicking, and she's like, blah. I'm like, I'm not the one going to do it. You had all the time to do it. That's not even going to be handled by me right now. It's going to be handled by your mom, right? So she started doing the dishes. She did dishes basically in the story, but she did them quietly. But that little piece of fear went a long way, especially because she started dwelling on it. Like this is going to happen. This has happened before. It's going to happen again. I am going to get my ass whooped. It is going to hurt. I'll have to go to school after that. They're still going to have to do this. It was a whole bunch of dwelling for it to be done. So it was pretty much just those words did the job for me. I didn't have to do anything outside to say those words.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it
what you
goes
say, Q?
back. It goes back to what Keith said. That fear.
Yep, it does. A little piece of fear, a little, sometimes a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but fear goes a long way. Fear is healthy. Fear is good, and it's also a good fear of respect as well, because whether or not, as a kid, we all know this, that we wanted to say things, but we didn't ever say them, or we said it underneath our breath because we knew what the hell was going to happen if we said it out loud. And we knew what that punishment was going to be. We just didn't know how bad it was going to be.
Yep.
So, we might have mumbled, said this. I mean, what'd you say? Nothing, right?
And still get popped in your mouth.
Like, I thought I heard you say something. Why you mumbling underneath your breath? I feel like at that point they was just working themselves up. My mom was working herself up. Now I'm doing the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm working myself up because I'm mad you had the audacity to start saying some shit when I told you to do something you didn't want to do it. What's your excuse? Well, you want to be bad. You want to say something. You want to shrug your shoulders. You want to huff and puff. You want to roll your eye. No, your eyes going to get stuck in the back of your head, either from me popping you or from it just happening naturally.
Yeah.
Working myself up right now thinking about it when I just said I was talking.
Yeah, it sound like you need to get that off your chest a little bit.
Thank you guys for being my 10-15 minute therapy session.
No problem, man. Yes, us and the world. But all right, I want to move on to the next conversation. This wasn't on the topic list, but I want to go to you first, Adam, because you were the person who was in the military.
Dude,
But I don't know if you heard about this, but basically Trump is talking about, just like what happened in LA, he's talking about sending the military into Chicago. A lot of people out there are saying they don't want to come here. They don't you don't want to send the military into Chicago. They're a different breed. They're not LA. So as a military person, I just want to know how you felt about, I don't know if you heard about that news, but I just want to know how you feel about that being somebody in the military. Well, first off, let me ask you like this. How do you feel about sending the military into Chicago, and how do you feel about people saying, you know, don't send the military to Chicago because these people are a different breed. These people got all kinds of guns. They ain't ready for it. So I want to hear your
military has
perspective.
all types of guns as well. They also have a bunch of people that are trained to take people down. You can't be woke at all times. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's kind of like saying I really don't care. You know, One, because I don't live in Chicago, but even if I did, I have family out there. But it's like if you ain't doing nothing that you ain't supposed to be doing, you know, at the same time, bullets don't have no names on it, but it's also dangerous if the military wasn't there. Now, I'm not going to comment anything about ICE coming out there, just more so the fact about the military going out there because of gang issue, right? Gee, is
Well,
that
no,
right?
I know. No, well, I don't. See, that's the thing. I don't think they can do it for that. I think there's like, I think the only thing that the military can do legally, I should just let you talk, but I think the only
Oh
thing
no,
that,
just outside of what they can do, just my opinion on
yeah,
them going out there.
yeah,
Like I
that's what I'm
really,
saying. Like I said, I should just let you finish before I say the, yeah. Let me let you go ahead before I say what the military, I guess, legally can or can't do. I just want to kind of get your feelings first.
well, I know that, outside of the military deciding, what it wants to do or what it can do after getting approval, the higher ups and everything, if the president were to call or do something on it, or say this is what I need to happen because of a specific situation happening, I can't speak much on those operations because I myself don't know it like that. I just know that I know it this way. If I was in the military right now, as I was in the past, if my CEO came and told us that, hey, we're going out for an operation and we get briefed on what the operation is, it's in the state, it's in the city, and it was approved by the president, it was approved by the mayor or governor, or even if it wasn't approved by the mayor or governor, but it was approved by the president, and it's said, hey, this is what your job is. Okay, that might have discretion on what I can and can't do, but hey, I'm going to go do my job. I'm going to go do what I was told to do. As long as it don't involve like any type of crazy orders, because you can disobey that. I'm not going to shoot some random ass people just because. I'm not going to go out there looking for like people who look like they don't belong and arrest them and throw them in a concentration camp. I'm not going to be doing that shit. But if it was, hey, it's a lot of shit going down in Chicago right now, and it's because gang members are doing this and doing that, and all these innocent victims are being like caught in the middle of it, and there's proof of it. We can see that, outside of just news channels, but based off of what the military might bring to the briefing as well. Okay, I get that. We know that certain states, certain cities have more higher gang operations than others, but the whole process of saying that Chicago's a different breed, you know what? I slightly get tired of hearing that. Not even that in general. Let me explain. You know the phrase, I'm not a killer, don't push me.
Yep.
Yeah. So that don't mean basically saying, oh, we're a different breed. Okay, that's nice. I'm not a killer, but if you push me, I'll kill somebody. I'll shoot somebody. My mind a long time ago has been made up to the point to where if I got to do something to protect me and mine, I'm going to do it.
Of
If
course.
I need to take someone out, I'm going to take someone out. It might be seen as not having or being empathetic. Okay, you can say that. I'm very empathetic, but at the end of the day, one thing the military has taught me is would I rather go home to my family or would I rather let someone who started to shoot at me and do some shit go home to their family and basically do the same shit to other people over and over again? Or would I rather end the threat if that threat poses a threat to me and then go home to my family because I wasn't looking to start anything in the first place? I'm going to do what I have to do. And if you get called up because it's my job to take you out because of whatever the fuck it is, and I have to do it, whether because you pose as a threat or whether because it's a mission, because you're of what you have done in the past that pose a threat to multiple people, then I'm going to do that. Whether you come peacefully or you get shot and put in the grave, it's your decision at the end of the day. And I'm not saying that just say it. I wholeheartedly mean that from the bottom of my soul. If they told me you need to take this person out or this gang out because of all this shit, and they give me the gun and they tell me this is what it is, and I have my crew of people to go in and go with and do the job I have to do, I will do it. I will do it and I will go home and put a smile on my face for my kids. I'm
I
not a killer, but don't push me. Or maybe I am a killer and I'm just ordered to do these things because I will do them at the end of the day. Maybe I'm a merciful person in real life. You pay me to do this, I'll do it. As long as I don't go to jail. Okay, yeah. Better. Anyway,
Yep.
uh,
Well.
I can't, like I said, I haven't done a lot of research on it, so I can't say, this and that. But
Uh,
the bottom line is the phrase Chicago's a different breed. If you get shot, they're gonna bleed the same blood as anybody else. They might have more numbers if that's the case. They might see themselves as more ruthless or whatever. That might be the case too, compared to other gangs and everything. All right. Like you might consider that. The mob consider themselves like ruthless as well, ruthless with rules. That can be said the same thing. No matter how you look at it, any group of people in a specific area might think that they're a top dog until you get the military sent out. You realize how you're not really at the top. You would just let them alone. So you're there until the actual big dogs come in and take your ass out or take the people out that need to be taken out. Because it's only so much people that you got, in that specific area, or maybe a specific person in charge versus the full force of the United States. And while they're, military, and while there might not be no missiles going out, there's definitely EMPs, there's definitely like C4s, there's definitely things can be done that gang members can't do. But I can also state that maybe there's some things that gang members can do that the military can't do, or they know about. They have the advantage of the home plate there. They know what's going. They know what's what, where's what. They have a good idea of that. Yeah. But sorry if I got off topic there, G.
No,
But I mean,
it's cool. I just kind of want to fill in some of the little bit of context because I just wanted to hear your perspective as somebody that was in the military and how you felt about it. But basically, from my understanding, to kind of go back to earlier, I don't think the military has the ability to police. I think the only thing that military can do because the only thing that military can do is defend federal grounds. That's what I think that they can do. And I think they help with ICE raids. I don't remember that, but they can't actually work as police department because it has something to do with states, what you call
You're
state
right.
state
You're
sovereignty.
right.
Yeah.
They can't come in and be the police force when there's a police force there. Fine. They can't join the police force, but they can work in operations with the
Yeah.
police force. And then when that happens, there's certain rules and regulations that need to go from there, that need to be explained or given. It's
Yeah.
two
Can you speak
different
up a little
operating.
bit? You're getting, can you
Oh,
speak a
I
little
said
bit? Okay.
it's two different operating forces. Yeah, operating forces. So yes, the military can't come in and police a certain area when the police are there. They can though, and I say this briefly again, depending on what the operation is, depending on what the mission is, that's where it's kind of giving more leeway to the military to do certain things. Again, I'm not saying that they're going to be a police force, and I'm not saying that they're going there to operate as some type of legal entity. I'm basically just saying that depending on the situation and what is approved, they are given a very specific directive and the operations and what can happen in that directive. If I am guarding someplace or I am on my way to complete a mission and something happens when I'm on the way to complete that mission while I'm already en route, then depending on that situation, I may have an obligation or I may have be given the permission to do something, to complete something. It's all about wording, how you word it. As long as you don't say, I am, or I was policing, or I was working as a police officer or replacement, or it's just about wording.
Mhm.
And it is still rules and regulations, but it's also about wording it, how you word something. And
Mhm.
that's if it's one thing I learned is that it's a couple of things, but that's one of them. It's how you word something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just put it to like this, and I'll just kind of share my thoughts on the perspective. In my personal opinion, I mean, because like I said, I'm just listening to what social media is saying. I I mean, to me, as long as you don't mess with the military, I think you're fine because again, I don't think they have the authority to actually go out there and police. I think
No,
as long as you leave the military alone and let them just stand where they need to stand, I don't think you'll have an issue, you know. I would recommend that. And again, I'm not part of gangs, whatever. Not trying to put nothing out there, but what I would say is I would probably recommend not to do anything and just, keep it calm and cool and they'll do what they got to do and then get up out of there with no issues. At least that's how I feel about it. Um, like I said, yes, I do think that it's very different from dealing with a local gangs compared to fighting a military. And I think that's a very different situation, and that's kind of my recommendation on it. It's just keep it calm and yeah, just let them do what they gotta do because again, it's not like they're limited on what they can do. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean that's how I feel about it. I mean, I don't necessarily think. I mean, I would say yeah, I would say the ice raids. I think it's more of a bigger deal, but I would say the military coming to Chicago and thinking that they're going to be able to police. I think as long as you don't do anything to the military, I think there won't be any issues.
well, I agree with you, but I
Uh,
also know that outside of the military, you also have other groups of people, that can be given a directive to do something as well outside of the military, the police, the FBI. And,
yeah.
that might be something that's like, as they say, like, and I don't like saying because I feel like every time I say it, it's like an immediate thought to like the game, but You know, you have black ops, you have like certain groups of individuals who take on certain missions to assist certain individuals. But it's not just like, oh, the military's coming and that's the only thing you have to worry about. Like, I think there are groups out there that are way worse than the military. And, you know, if you just happen to get your, you know, get put in their sights, then it's kind of like tough shit. But at the same time, you can't actually get rid of no, I don't know. I don't want to say you can't. I think it's very hard. I know you can get rid of gangs, but it is nigh impossible to do so because all you have to do is just keep recruiting people, you know, or you just have to have someone in charge and, you know, you have a group and they're not always considered gangs. You know, you could call them resistances. You can call them anything you want. You know, it's only considered something when it's seen in the eyes of the people, and multiple people are calling it this, even if it's not, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, that's kind of my stance. Keith, I know you've been quiet. I'm not sure if you have much to add, but I want to give you a chance if you want to share your viewpoint about the military going into Chicago and how you feel about it.
Oh, what's happening in Chicago?
Basically the
For what
cop.
reason though? What's the reason? What's the reason? I just need to know the reason.
Oh, the reason? Oh, geez. The actual reason is for the reason used is for the ice raids. That's what they're going in there for, to help with the ice raids.
Okay, all right. And I'm sorry, Keith, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to, gee, I want you to see that. You see the wording on that? You see the wording?
Yeah, going in for
Okay, that's
ice.
all I wanted to point out.
Fair enough. So that's the official thing. They're calling the military for ice operations.
Okay, well, I don't see anything wrong with that.
All right. Well then, yeah. So then I guess we'll go ahead and in that time. Oh, my fault. The second part is sorry about that. The second part of like online, like people are saying online, the military does not want to go to don't come to Chicago. They're a different breed. They're crazy. Well, they're not crazy, but they're quick to shoot, just all kinds of stuff. So, how do you feel about that statement with the basically about
Just stupidity, just people being stupid. Like I said, I'm not. Like I said, I've been alive on this damn planet for 37 years, and I'm not in the habit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid to die, but I want to live. And a lot of young niggas feel the opposite. Niggas don't want to live, and but at the same time ain't afraid to die. It's like niggas, I didn't make it to this point in my life, taking dumbass risks or saying dumbass shit. It's like you put yourself in a position of just pure ignorance. Like, yes, does everybody have the freedom? So if you want to go against the military's ammo and all the government is going to be around longer than all of us. So it's like, why fight something that's the inevitable at the end of the day? It's like, I get standing up for your city and all of this stuff. That's what the Second Amendment was built for. Our, right to bear arms against corrupt government. But obviously, there's laws against that now. But you can't just bear arms. You can't just. It's just like, for instance, Adam could attest to this. How many times do we see police officers' headlight out or tail light out? We can't just go give them a ticket or call them out. I've seen a cop car literally pull somebody over with their own tail light out. Like, now, whatever that person did, whether it be speeding or drunk or whatever they're pulling them over for, it's like, what right the fuck do you have to pull somebody over when you got a tail light out or a headlight out? So it's like, this, what you gonna say to the cop? Hey, you in the wrong too. No, you're gonna shut your mouth and take that ticket no matter what the ticket's for. You can have your opinion all day long, but that cop puts his hand on his gun. You can have a gun too, but that trumps anything. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see no issue with it. If ain't nothing happening, then you ain't got nothing wrong. That's how I feel.
fair enough?
Cop can come in to my house all day long, and I ain't got nothing wrong. with my household. I ain't got nothing to hide. I done had cops search my car, all kind of shit because
Oh,
I don't
really?
look like somebody. Yeah,
Oh,
of
okay.
course.
Yeah. Okay, my fault.
Because I look like
Okay, I thought you
somebody.
meant
Okay, man.
I thought you meant they had them on called to your house for some like random reason or whatever.
Nah, man. Like I said, I don't have issues with police officers. The quicker, the better. All that freedom right bullshit and you get to saying bullshit like that, that's what pisses cops off. Like I said, I want to live. I don't want to die off some bullshit all because I tried to get a big head. That's to me that's stupid.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like too many individuals feel the opposite, and I'm just like, why? What leads you to believe that you're the fucking exception in this world?
Yeah.
They kill niggas on live TV when they don't want people to have a fucking opinion. You just saw that shit the other day. Certain people speaking that truth, man, they don't matter if you black, white, they want to shut you the fuck up, they'll shut you the fuck up. Don't matter.
Real quick, I just want to apologize for getting this episode out a week late. I know we've been pretty bad with the uploads this year, so I apologize. This one was completely on me. I wound up getting busy, and I thought I had this episode already uploaded, but by the time I came and checked, I realized this episode was not up. So this is totally on me. This is my fault, so I'm going to apologize for that. And hopefully, as long as nothing else happens, we shouldn't have that issue all the way until we take our break in January. Even though we don't deserve one, we gotta take it because there's some things we gotta fix if we want to continue this for next year. So, anyways, I just want to quickly apologize to the audience, and hopefully, for the rest of this year, we will not have another stoppage.
You know,
Yeah, I want to have.
I can't obviously Conan. I didn't know that was that old, but yes,
Yeah, Conan's
I would
old.
say the '80s. I would just say in general, the '80s. I'm not gonna put a certain date on it, but the '80s in general had from the '80s, from the early 2000s. If you want to just clarify, because yes, putting a number on it is insane. But saying 1984
Well,
is
I mean,
wild.
I'm just doing a guesstimation. I'm just doing a
Motherfucker is
guesstimation.
wild. Ain't no
It's just
damn
wild.
guesstimation. Weren't alive. Wasn't even close. It's
I
not even
would
like you can say
say,
I was born in
I would
'85.
say,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
I
great movies
would
didn't come
say,
out then. There's a great movies that came out then.
I mean,
I
bro,
would say
again,
that,
holy shit. It makes
I would
sense when you
say
said I
before.
like Back to the Future. I watched Back to the Future. That is a solid statement. You watched it.
Yeah.
You
How,
didn't. This
how
motherfucker
James feels
said no.
about you is how I feel about kids.
Bro, I'm like,
You shut the
you.
fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I'm
Wait a minute,
like,
I can't enjoy movies from the 80s even though I wasn't alive?
no,
No,
you
it's not
can't.
about the '80s. It's just about the number you put out there was wild, dude.
Yeah.
Cause like there's a lot of movies before that that are very good.
Are there? I
So
mean,
just
I'm trying to think
before,
what movies came out before 1980, like 1984. Because I can't
What
think
the fuck?
because to me, like a lot of those movies were just too old for me to enjoy. Like there's a lot of stuff that came out like I just couldn't get into them because they were just too old to me. They were just old.
Oh my god! But Back to the Future, right in your alleyway.
Well,
And
because
anything from 1984, huh?
because I want to say in the 80s there was a big jump in quality of entertainment and it was a really good jump. When did Weird Science come out?
You hoping it's got to be in like 1984 or beyond? Because if not, you ain't fucking with it, right?
I want to say all that, but 1985. So you see, I love Weird Science. Came out in 1985. It's a great movie.
Okay,
I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. I love Weird Science.
well, there you go.
What else came out in the 80s? Let's look at Conan.
Shit,
Oh,
this
okay,
motherfucker.
okay. You got me there. Because Conan the Barbarian came out in 1982. But I love Conan the Barbarian. One of
Nah,
my
man,
one of my favorite
oh,
movies. And I mean, well, I wouldn't say it was one of my, but I love Conan the Barbarian. I grew up watching that one.
you you always get yourself in trouble because you want to date shit to make listeners
well,
think that you're there.
I mean,
Well, I know I didn't say I
you
didn't say I
got
was there. I just said that I
you
like
got
I like movies at that time.
Indiana Jones came out in '81.
Okay,
You
okay, damn.
got
Okay,
that's a
Indiana was
great
great.
one.
Yeah, I love Indiana Jones. All right, fair enough.
You
This
got for
motherfucker.
Modern Problems. That's a good one. Chevy Chase back in the day. You got
Mhm.
Clash of the Titans, the original back in the day. You got Heavy Metal, which is a good one.
Yeah,
Going
I
back,
love heavy metal.
uh, you got a bunch, man. Like I said, that's
I
what
mean,
I
I would
said.
say there's a lot of animation that came out that I enjoyed, like a lot of those Dark Fantasy ones.
Dude, I mean, Escape from New York, Halloween 2, all the fucking Halloween. Like,
When did those come out?
Halloween 2 came out in '81.
Oh shit.
I was
Okay,
about to
fuck.
say I was a fucking kid.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
fuck then. Tron was amazing. I love
Tron
Tron.
in '82,
I love
E.T.
Tron.
in '82,
Okay, I love
Hockey
ET.
3, Hockey 3 in '82. All the
Okay.
Hockeys are before '84. Well, not all the
Okay.
Rockies, but all the ones that matter.
All right.
All the ones that fucking
All right.
matter. Conan the Barbarians in '82.
Yeah.
Beastmasters in '82.
I
The
didn't watch
Thing.
Beastmaster. I only
First
watched it.
Blood in '82. Dude, that's why I said if you would do it and just said the '80s, then yeah, I would have.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I'll give you the 80s. I was just trying to guesstimate when these movies came out. So,
Yeah,
what is
'84 is
that?
insane.
What is that one? What was that one movie with those animal? It's like I just remember it was like purple, as with those animal characters, like fantasy movie back in
Oh,
the day.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I
Sound
wish
like
I could remember. It was
furry
really
shit.
good. When did never
I
any story come out? I'll look it up.
remember any story. You might have catch yourself. I don't know. When did that come out?
1984. Yeah, I love that movie. I grew up with that movie.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I was too young to understand how bad it was. But I love Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy was great. And I
The
and
Tracy was shit though. Like
yeah.
I loved this comic strip as a kid.
Oh, I never read the comic strip.
Oh, dude, it was in the paper. You remember getting the paper?
No, I remember. I just never really. I mean, I just don't remember it. I should say. I probably did. I just don't remember it. I remember reading the Phantom in the paper like once or twice, which was crazy. Oh, oh God, what's that one movie? Okay, this is one I know a lot of people shit on, but again, I was a kid, and so I enjoyed it as a kid. Is Howard the Duck. I fucking love Howard the Duck.
I didn't watch Howard the Duck till I was a little bit older. I'm not gonna say.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
my.
I'll never say I was a kid.
Oh yeah, no, I was a
Like,
kid.
I don't know. It just depends on when we say kid, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah,
Because
no,
like I said,
I was like, I was like
I
4 or
could not watch
5.
Howard the Duck. Oh no, no.
Yeah, I was about 4 or 5
Like
when
I
I
said,
watched.
I'll be the first one to tell you it was certain movies that I watched as a kid because of my uncle. Like I said, I'm never gonna say that I got to explore every movie that I wanted to as a kid, which I'm glad because I wouldn't have understood him anyway. Like Howard the Duck, man, I wouldn't have understood
Yeah.
that fucking concept of Howard the Duck.
But
So,
that's why I'm glad I watched it as a kid because I heard that movie's horrible. But as a kid, I loved it.
What movie's horrible?
Howard the
it's
Duck.
good. I love that movie.
Howard the Duck
That's a
wasn't
great
horrible.
movie.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
Hell
I'm
no.
I'm saying
That's a
what
great
people
movie.
say that movie was horrible, but I said I loved it as a
Yeah,
kid.
I don't know what fucking
but you
people.
always say that though. Yeah, but you always say that people say that. I've never met a person that didn't like Howard the Duck. Who
That's
the fuck
because
are
he
these
listens.
people?
Because he reads the reviews. Like
Yep,
I said,
exactly.
he. Yes, but that's my point from
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay, but that's
Yeah,
You
well,
spent
we-
your
well, well,
life.
well, well, hold on, hold
then.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Well, it's because like I said, I didn't never met anybody who watched Howard the Duck.
You full of shit because you don't talk to people. Like
Yeah,
again, like my point. My
everybody I
point.
talk to, I'm
Hold
like,
on.
go ahead.
My fucking point earlier. Your ass lives online. You don't live in the real world.
Well, I mean,
So
if you're talking about
you.
Howard the Duck, why would I?
It doesn't matter, bro. You just said I thought it sucked.
I
Everybody on
did.
this
That's not
fucking
what I
call right
said.
now.
I did not say I thought it
Oh
sucked.
my gosh, you just said everybody was saying it sucked, but you
Yes,
didn't talk to anybody.
people I
Motherfucker,
heard.
you
Because
you
again,
know
I was because I say that because I was too young to understand if it was good or not. I thought it was
you're
good
full of
because I was a kid.
shit. You're
How am I?
full of
How
shit.
am I full of
This is
shit?
this is shit because you're full of shit.
How am I full of shit?
This is your homie right here. This is like your best dude on the fucking line, not me. The other
He just said
motherfucker
he
on
never
here.
watched Howard the Duck. He just said it. He just said he hasn't
Like I
watched
said,
it.
I said no. I said I didn't watch it as a kid. As
I
a
was about to say, wait a minute.
four or five, no, like 8 maybe, yeah. But I didn't watch it at 4 or 5. No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to get access to Howard the Duck at 4 or 5.
What
I'll
are you
just be
saying
real with
yeah
you.
about? This motherfucker just agreed with me. Fuck are you saying yeah for?
Like I said, I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know what type of restrictions. Like I said, I still have restrictions as a kid, so it's like I couldn't get access. Howard the Duck is a rated R movie, so I don't know how I would have shit just like that just didn't pop up on TV.
No,
Like you
no, no,
couldn't
no,
just
no.
watch it on
We had it on
TV.
We had it on VHS. We had it on tape.
So okay, well,
Yeah.
like I said, I wasn't just allowed to watch certain shit
I mean,
like that
I
on.
wasn't allowed, but I mean, I got away I got away with some certain things.
Okay, all right. Like I said, 8 or 9, yeah, but not no 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. I just think that people forget how they were at 4 and 5. It's like having kids and actually being around 4 and 5 year olds. You're not as cognitive as you think you are. Let me just go on record saying that. I know I got kids in my circle that are 4 and 5, and with all the technology in this world, they're still not as cognitive as they should be to remember. Like I got nieces and nephews that can't even remember 4 or 5. So, like I said,
No, I mean, like I said,
I can't even remember 4 or 5 like that. So
I'll
I
admit
could be
this.
I could be
I'll admit that I can't remember it well, but I can remember it well because I always said my memory started when I could start remembering things well was probably 4. Before that, everything was a flash.
okay. Like I said, I'm
Hey,
like
look,
okay. Hold on. Let me ask this: if you can start remembering things that like okay, what does that mean? You can remember things from before 4 at 4.
No, no,
Like
no,
is
no,
that what
no,
that?
no, no. Anything like from my as far back as my earliest memory that well, okay, I'm not my earliest memory, but when I feel like I was cognitive of things, it was at 4 years old. Before that, everything to me that I can remember was like a white flash. Like
but
like
your memory is so shit. How the like? Are you sure you weren't having dreams and you're like, yep, that was me at 4?
no, I there's a lot of things I could definitely remember at 4 pretty well.
You can't remember fucking a year ago.
True, I don't have the memory, but no, there's something that I remember. Like I always said, like my brain works kind of weird. There's things I can remember, there's things I can't. I mean, well, like I told you, I got a family member that can remember being in the room, so being in the room. So there you go.
I mean,
Okay, but that's bullshit too. It's like you can speculate what being in a womb. If you've ever seen Look Who's Talking, you can guesstimate what it feels like to be in a womb. Like
No,
I don't know.
I can't say
I don't
that.
like hearing shit like that. What are you talking about? Okay.
I cannot. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't even imagine what it means to be in the womb.
No, it's
I
not
can't
about
fathom.
remembering if you've seen it or have some idea. If you know how a woman's anatomy works, you can understand how it means to be in a womb. I'm saying like saying that shit is just weird to me. It's just super weird. It's like I'm sorry, you just gotta take a person's word at that. I will never take a person's word to say that, oh, I remember exactly how it feels to be in the womb. It's like that's bullshit at the end of the day because like I said, if there's things out there that you've seen that tell you, it's like I'm sorry, I just no, no.
I mean,
You
think
can
of
give
it
it
like
what
this.
deep.
Think of it like this. If you can remember or recall the womb, but you can't speak yet, you can't make any functions. What is happening? Are you thinking in your head, but you don't know English, you don't know speech? What the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing? You
Yeah,
just
but
floating in
that
there?
doesn't that doesn't mean you don't remember. Like there's things there are flashes, but there's things I can remember from being a baby. Not like I don't remember all the details, but I can remember it.
Bro, okay. You remember people talking to you, I guess, but
No, I remember.
all okay.
I remember clear. I mean, I remember clear as day. Like I told you, everything was a flash. But I do have memories from when I was like a basically a baby, but it's just
Everybody,
not
look,
formed.
the reason that everybody always says like 4 or 5 years old is because that's when they really start understanding and communicating and being able to be interactive. So
Yeah,
that's when your brain starts retaining shit.
yeah.
So if you can't do anything but cry and poop, but your brain isn't like you're not thinking in your head, then what the fuck?
Well,
Doesn't make any sense.
no. I mean, I think. I mean, like I said, just I'm. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I can speak for myself. There's things that I can. There are flashes, but there's things I can remember from being a baby. not like good full on memories, but there's certain things I can remember.
But if you can't communicate, you can't recall. Like, I don't understand because your brain is constantly firing as a person that communicates and walks and does have cognitive motions and shit like that. So
Mhm.
if you can't do any of that, I don't understand how your brain is retaining the memory
I mean, this does. And like I said, and again, I'm not trying to say I remember like
because it's not retaining anything because you don't understand what anybody's saying. You don't understand what the fuck is going on in the world.
well, you don't have to understand something to remember something.
Yes, you
What,
do.
what is understanding of remembering
How can you
something?
remember it? How the hell can your brain remember it when you can't understand what you're remembering?
Because I remember like I remember seeing it.
You're like a computer with read-only memory.
Like
Okay, hold on. Let me ask this. What do you remember exactly as a baby? Because, okay, actually, I won't even say anything. What do you remember as a baby?
the earliest memory I can remember was
I,
my
I
uncle.
don't care about the earliest memory.
I'm
I just want to
trying
know
to
some of the
tell
memories.
you. You gotta let me
Oh
speak.
my God. I didn't ask
Oh,
you for the earliest memory. I just asked you what you remember as a baby.
that's my
It doesn't
earliest
have to be the
memory.
earliest memory.
That's literally my earliest memory. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
The earliest memory, yes, that's when I was a baby. The earliest memory was my uncle playing peekaboo with me. Yes, I remember that.
Okay, but that's such a justifiable thing. It's like
You just argued
okay,
and said you can't remember
that's
anything, and now for all of a sudden you can remember that?
no,
The
okay.
fuck?
No. Okay. That's like me saying I remember being changed. I remember being white. I
Yeah.
remember being powdered. I remember
Yes.
being fed. It's like
Yes.
those are I don't remember any of that. I know it happened because I'm alive. What the fuck?
Yes. But
Like
there's
of
some
course it
things
happened.
there's a few images that I remember from back then. Now,
Fuck.
like I said, I remember playing my uncle playing peekaboo with me. I don't remember all of that crap, but yeah, that's my earliest memory that I can remember.
But what exactly is the memory?
Things that you can recall from the past.
No, I said no. That's not what I said. I said what exactly is the memory?
Damn.
My uncle playing peekaboo.
Yeah, okay, but if it's a memory that you can recall,
Yes.
what were you wearing? Where were you at?
Oh, I don't know all that because I was
You
like I
gotta
said.
have distinct memories.
Well, no, well,
That's
I told you at that time it's all flashes, but I do remember that.
you.
I
No,
don't
you just
remember.
said your memory as your uncle playing peekaboo.
Yes,
But again, like I said, you can't, if you don't understand anything, you can't really retain that. I mean, you can, but it wouldn't make sense to you
that doesn't
because
mean.
there's
But I just,
nothing else you can.
but I just proved that you can
You
retain
just,
it.
no, you didn't. You just said my uncle played peekaboo. Shit, my uncle played peekaboo with me too. You think I remember it? Fuck no, but I know it
That's
happened.
you, but I do.
There's pictures of it.
No, I remember it vividly. Yes, I remember
Shit.
looking at him playing
Okay,
peekaboo.
but
And
don't
then it.
say things like that because that. Don't say things like that because you don't remember because just like he just said,
No, you're
what were you
telling me I don't
wearing?
remember,
What
and
was
I'm
your
telling
uncle
you from
wearing?
my own experience.
No, no,
I
no, no,
remember that.
no. I'm not okay. I'm not saying you'll remember that, but stop saying words like vividly because that implies that just like he said, what were you wearing? What was he wearing?
Oh
What
yeah,
was
fair
his
enough, fair
facial
enough,
hair?
fair enough. You're right
Or
about
what,
that.
stop
I agree with that.
saying things like that. That's a general memory. That's a thing that yes, I was in a car seat. Of course, I remember or some sense of a car seat. But do I remember what the car seat looked like? But at the same time, these are just general facts. Like they're not memories; they're facts in a way. It's like if a memory is detail. If you ask me, it's like if somebody asks you to remember like a murder, it's like they're gonna need as much detail. You
I
can't
would
just say
no,
it was a
I wouldn't
man.
say that because people get memories wrong all the time. Do you know how many times cops interview people and they get it wrong? And they were there at the
Okay,
scene of
but
crime?
okay, and that's why things get through out because your memory is not that much detail. Just saying a general fact, it's like, oh, well, the
No,
person was tall that robbed me. he was wearing a black shirt and he was tall. Those are just general facts.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
That
that doesn't mean it cannot be a memory. I don't get how that's not a memory if you can remember that. Now, yes, I agree with the vivid part. You may not be able to remember it vividly, but you could probably have a semblance of a memory of that.
I mean, bro, like it's hilarious because everybody can argue on this, but nobody can argue on this.
Because you're arguing from what? You're just like, because I mean you're just claiming things, but how would you even know?
Exactly. Nobody can know but people.
Because I remember it. That's how I know.
Hey,
okay,
man,
but that's your opinion. That's not a
That's
fact.
not an opinion. That is a fact. That's what you're giving me. What you're giving me is an opinion because it's coming from what you believe. Because you can't comprehend that there's no way you could have like some kind of flash of memory from that time. So that's your opinion because you can't comprehend it. That's fine. But that doesn't mean it's not fact. There's a lot of things like yes, like I said, just because you don't think it's kind of like when me and James had conversations like you just talk to random people over the years about this random shit. Yes, I do.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't remember what age I was, but like I said, I think I was maybe 4 or 5, maybe younger than that. But I used to have a Power Wheels. I remember this Power Wheels vividly. And it was literally a Corvette. It was black on the outside, red interior. I remember it vividly. I was maybe either 3, 4, or 5. That's a vivid memory of detail. Now, yes, I'll call my mom and I'll ask what year I got it or whatever the case may be. But that's a vivid detail. I could remember where I grew up, and the house in detail. Like these like I don't know. I just feel like saying something of the memory when you're a baby. Like I said, I can't. I'm not gonna. We've already established you're like fucking the whiz kid when it comes to fucking that shit. So I can't argue with you when it comes to shit like that. I don't know. You just I don't know. Your brain just works a lot differently than all of ours when it comes to shit like that. I don't really like arguing when it comes to shit like this because I feel like I'm talking to kids. It's like there's no logic there.
How is it not logic? No, you just don't believe that it could happen.
Like I said,
let's just over all the
people on here, and unless you can get another person in here
there's no way I can get anybody there's no way that can happen.
Of course.
How is that? Now that's not logical. That's not even a logical. That's not even a logical question to even ask.
Hey, you do it like this, bro. Just say it like this. Yeah. G is idiot savant. The motherfucker's Benjamin Button. He's a genius, dog. There's nothing else you could say. You can't argue. You cannot argue it. You can't argue it because he believes it. It could be true. All I gotta say is with everybody that me and Keith are both jobs require you to kind of deal with the community. So we talk probably to a lot of people. Yeah. I've never heard this before from anybody but you.
Yeah, and I trust me, I get that a lot. There's a lot of things that people never heard but me, and that's fine.
But that's not a good thing.
But again, yes, and I guess that just makes me unique. Like I said, I'm fine with that. You don't have to believe what happened. It's whatever. Because
mom tell their fucking kids.
No, that had nothing to do with a mom telling fucking kid. It's just that if you can't believe it, then that's on you. I'm not gonna fight to make you believe something. Like there's no point.
Yeah.
There's no fucking point.
All right.
You know,
you got it, OG.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, it's It's just like I'm okay with you saying I don't believe that, I can't see that ever happen. That's fine, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Now, I would say it's very unlikely, but if you said like I would say it's very unlikely, I'm not sure. But I mean, if you say it, all right, I'll let it go. It's kind of like what Keith said. Keys to me, yeah, that whole entire thing that is highly unlikely. But you know what? If you said that happened with the shoelace, then all right. It's hard for me to believe, but all right. If you say you went through it, and I'll let it go
Oh
because
yeah.
I have no way of proving that. It's just yes, I would just have to say I don't believe it, but if you say it happens, then it happens. You just gotta accept the fact that people ain't always gonna believe the shit that you say and that you go through. Because for them, they don't deal with it, they can't comprehend it. And that's fine. Some people go through things that nobody else has. Some people have experience that nobody else will experience, and
Yeah, you,
you just gotta
yeah,
accept that.
you got it, OG. Oh yeah, you got it, OG. You
Hmm.
got it one time.
Well, I'm just saying, like just because you don't agree with it, that doesn't mean it's null and void. I would agree if I was to say, I don't know, I I I freaking was in another dimension. At that point, I would probably question things, or I would be on a lot of high drugs. That's kind of out there. But if you say things that's on the human on the human realm, I could say. Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? Unlikely, but whatever.
Again, you got it, OG.
Well,
Shit, that's all I got to say. Definitely got it, OG. I still can't understand if your memory is so bad, how the hell is it so accurate? But
I never said I want to say this. I just say there's something that I can remember, and there's a lot I can't,
yeah, you
especially
got
as
it,
I gotten
OG.
older.
Yeah, you got it, OG.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things in this mind that's jumbled now. It ain't. I don't remember everything as fluid as I remember, and I could admit that. But there's some things that I just do keep. There's random memories. I think everybody has random memories that they just have, and they don't know why they remember it, but they just remember it for some weird ass reason. To sit there and say you don't have random memories that just you just remember, that's unnecessary to me. I not that is crazy to sit there and say you don't have that.
Dog, where the fuck is everybody else at? That's what I want to know.
Well, Adam went to the store with his girl, so and Keys he's on the phone with somebody else, and I don't know. I haven't heard back from B. I haven't heard back from B since he told me he was under the weather. So,
Because I mean,
huh?
uh-oh, he's going crazy, but you can't hear it.
I didn't hear anything you said, but all right.
He was saying something. You just couldn't hear it. Bring it home, Keith. Because I mean, look, bro, I
Never.
I can't believe I cannot believe I keep showing up on all these milestones when nobody else is.
Yeah, that shit is annoying. Trust me. We're always
No,
here, and
no. Last time, last fucking time I showed up, and this asshole on the phone didn't want to like pull up the time to fucking show that I had been there since 2 o'clock.
Oh yeah, hold on, wait, I'll look that up. Hold on, wait. Yeah, no, I wasn't. No, I didn't want to pull. I was at my computer. It's nowhere near my computer. Let me check real quick though. I know it. I know what to check. Let me check.
God damn. Today I fucking showed up.
Yeah, no,
Fucking
I saw you actually came early. You came at like what's called like 3:30. I saw it
yep.
popped up. Yeah, you
I
were
was
there.
hoping this shit would get over with so I can get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, you were here hella early. I would give you that because yeah, I did get that one. That one popped up right away.
Okay, but show fucking pull up the other ones.
I am trying. I'm
Motherfucker.
you gotta let me look it up. Hold on, because I'm having issues copying this damn thing because it doesn't want to copy the J in your name for some reason. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Okay. This was Was it the 12th? So it had to be what, Sunday, right?
Yep.
The 7th. Okay.
Yep.
Let me look at the date. The 5th. Okay, I don't see nothing on the 7th. All right, let me check. Let me actually check it. So let's see if it comes up. Uh, you join info. Let me see. Hmm. Oh, hmm, hmm. Uh, let's see. Came into a meeting, but the context is unclear about which specific meeting and what action they want me to take. Let me see. I don't have any search results for things having the third. Coming to the meeting. Okay. Nothing there. Let me see. It's like a history or something. History. Statistics. Gee, let me look. Mail. Okay, I'm seeing information from this one. I'm not seeing any information from the 7th. Huh. Do 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 do. Let me check the email again. Let me go to this was today. As join your meeting. Let me see. September 12th, September 12th. Oh no, that's the 13th. Hmm. All right, let me check one more thing. Okay, yeah, I don't see no history from that day. Huh? Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no history from that day. Huh? That's weird.
likely story.
I mean, it's not. I'm looking.
Okay. Okay. For sure.
I mean, it doesn't even show that I was on there. Like it's like it wasn't. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. For sure.
So yeah, Yeah, there's no. You know what? Here, let me check the actual website. Let me try to go to the website and show me something.
Oh,
Mm, Okay. Oh, you bitch. Okay, hold on. Let me find the. Ugh, this sucks. All right, let me find the login information. Where's the... There we go. Zoom. I don't think that's the right email, but no, that's not the right email. There's the other one. All right, hold on. Let me find where is it? Oh, I actually need to delete that second account too. I don't know why I keep paying for that shit. It's just too much money. Um, oh my God, what was the email address? Oh yeah, I know where to find it.
oh.
Let me look it up. See if we can find it.
What the fuck? This motherfucker's taking 10 years. He was supposed to do this shit days ago.
Yeah, I will. Wait a minute. I don't. Fair enough. I'm not even gonna argue that point. Fair enough.
All I'm saying is, it's crazy as fuck. Because nobody showed up Sunday. And besides Keith and Adam, no one showed up fucking today.
Well, I mean, yeah, pretty well. Again, I didn't. I mean, like I told you, I only need like three people. I mean, well, two other people during the podcast. So, and I didn't really expect. Like I said, Shibidi was the only one that I was surprised he didn't show up. Um, but yeah, I know Adam showed because he told me he was gonna show. He said he would be here, and he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, B, like I said, ever since he got sick, I haven't heard back from him. So I don't know what's going on with him. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh it's not popping up. Uh-oh, that's not good. My passwords aren't popping up. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Uh-oh. Is there a password application? No way. Do I have a password? Oh, there's a password application. Oh shit. But it doesn't have Zoom on here. Ooh, and it tells me my password. That's good. I need to change some of those passwords. Okay, I need to change some of those passwords. Alright. So hold on. I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me do this. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. All right. Okay, cool. Found my
What are we
password
talking
sheet.
about now?
Let's see what we have.
Oh no,
This motherfucker
I'm on the
still
phone.
talking about the same shit.
Yep. I gotta go through all my documents and stuff. All right, finally found it. Yep. Gotta go through all my documents. Takes time.
Oh, what is it? Ikaw ay
Man,
nasa bombastic na fantastic na romantic
And that's
Ikaw
it.
may Mr. Lobo Loba.
Boom, boom.
call me Mr. Lovalova.
Ooh.
They call me Mr. Boomba. They call me Mr. Pump.
Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh.
No, I'm not. Don't
Okay,
you
I'm back.
know?
Okay, here we go. Now let's see what we got.
I think my controller has stick shift, motherfucker.
A control with stick shift.
Don't even worry about what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Think about what you do.
I'm just saying. What you're saying was kind of interesting. I don't know. Sound like
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
I mean, you don't know.
Don't fucking patronize me. I'm not key.
Hey, you may have the answers to $1 million. So.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I keep fucking up talking to you.
Man, can you believe I spent my fucking birthday talking to you motherfuckers?
Well, if you would have told me
When
what?
was that? When was that?
What? Today.
When was that? You
Today.
said today?
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Nah, fuck that. I'm like, man, I thought this was all the crazy shit going on. I figured, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good party. It's gonna have 30 motherfuckers on. Same people.
You should already. I don't know why you even thought that. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
for real,
I'm
man.
For real.
I'm
Even I could have been that.
That's why I said at the beginning when you asked that question about what's hindering from making money on the podcast. Like, bro, it's no.
Bro,
No.
you gotta think about it. I fucking showed up on Mother's Day. I showed up on the fucking Jesus, dude. Every day, I was pulled up for the shit.
Trust me, I'm right there with you, man. Right there with
And
you.
I was sitting here like, okay, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. He wondered why I kept ducking out because people kept calling me like, oh shit, oh fuck, I'm over here on this podcast. I'm talking about real shit. Again, I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, I mean, heck, you were the ones who said we will no longer do podcasts on holidays. You did not have to show up.
Bro, we didn't. The podcast was supposed to be Sunday and I fucking showed up.
You did. Yes, you did. I will admit that.
Are you on the thing?
No, I'm not on the podcast no more.
Are you talking?
Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me stop this. Just in case he says it.